Brothers.
We are back in what some say is the final stages of grief, mourning the end of a great show that was 5 years in the making, that got us through the pandemic, laughing happily in the universe. And we are talking about Star Trek Lower Decks. Yes,
Lower Decks!
The series finale. And wow, what a series finale it was. Super excited to be joined by Jason Roy Gaston and VHS Jace. So good to see you both, gentlemen. How is it? I know you're in the opposite end of the planet, so how hot is it right now for you, Jace?
It's getting hot, but it's gonna be really hot next week. It's gonna be a massive heat wave on Christmas.
Ooh.
Freaking awesome. Aussie Christmas all the way.
So like I know it's probably not a good thing to ask, but like, does your Santa like have shorts, or is it still like a guy in a full
He's still
suit?
traditional Santa in a sense,
Ooh.
but we like to put board shorts on him, put a beer in his hand, you know.
Okay.
And if you get late afternoon Santa, he's drunk and surly by then. Then he's telling you how good he was and how bad you are at things.
Oh, wow. Mate, let me tell you, this was great.
Yeah, drunken Aussie Santa is a bit of a dick, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Well, American Santa is too, because American Santa never visits the poor kids for some reason. I guess he just hates poor kids.
Wow, that's what a way to start off the show. Obviously, you are here because we were talking about Lower Decks, and we are going to hop into it. Guys, it was the finale. The show's over. There's no more Lower Decks. It makes us have a little flutter in our chest. Yes, I don't want Lower Decks to end either. Jason, I'm so sad it's going, but let's hop right into it. First Contact.
Thanks.
You have the synopsis for us, sir.
I do. I asked Agamus to write a synopsis for it. I haven't read it yet, so let's see what he said.
All right.
Don't bother me. I'm far too depressed to perform for your amusement.
Oh man, Agamus,
Same.
I feel you.
Same.
It's rough.
It is painful to see this show go, and the way they wrapped it up, it was like, wow, okay. But I'm gonna go with VHS Jace if you are prepared.
Well, you know, mate, I'll tell you what, guys, if I've learned one thing this year is Star Trek is 3 from 3 from landing their final episode. Because this, I like, between Discovery being a great final episode, far as I'm concerned, same with Prodigy season 2, and this was just as great. I am glad that they just went out to tell a good, fun, action adventure story, and were able to interweave character arcs and, you know, new directions for some of the crew. I think they did a phenomenal job with this, you know, and the fact that they, you know, they've changed it enough, but I haven't closed the door on it at all. So, you know, yeah, like this is a great final episode. I'm really, again, Star Trek, you know what you're doing when it comes to final episodes, but let's have less of them.
Yeah.
All right? No more season finales for a while, please. Let's get series pilot episodes. I want to see a lot more pilot episodes.
Yeah. Seriously, I wholeheartedly agree. Well said, Jason. Jason Roy Gaston, let me pull you off mute because you were echoing pretty loudly. So there we go.
Oh, very sorry. Let me turn this down a little bit. I can't hear you, which is probably the best thing now. So
thanks.
My thought is I should not be getting this emotional or misty-eyed over the final episode of an animated Star Trek comedy, but here we are. It was perfect. I'm just going to say it was a perfect wrap-up for the series because not only did it give the content, the continuation that I was hoping for, but it also provided some finale to it all. Seeing people move on, seeing people grow. This is one of those strange series finales where it's great as a final installment, but at the same time, I still want to see what happens next because there's always possibilities. As a famous Star Trek guy once said, there are always possibilities. I wish we could see those possibilities. I want to see those possibilities. Paramount Plus, we want to see those possibilities. We want to see them.
I gotta say that I'm gonna do that again. Sorry. I'm gonna say that
That's the way it should always be. What are you talking about?
This is beautiful.
Permanently put him on mute.
Take no offense, but I think that not only was this like an epic episode that had so many amazing Easter eggs, that it was almost a story epic. It felt like a movie. It wrapped up with a very big cameo without having any of the actual people on the ship. I thought it was fantastic the way they cameoed that guy. The Enterprise D is what I'm was what I'm talking about. So
and they became all sovereign class.
Yeah,
you're talking about the actual ship.
I think the actual ship was the E.
It was. I think it was at the end.
1701. They're not going to just put all of them in 1701.
Yeah, that's
so
pretty great.
I thought that was a great cameo.
Let's not miss the greatest thing that I think they did with this episode is they brought a new element into Star Trek. Basically the portal to different universes now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a whole new dimension to storytelling, and the fact that they're not just going to end the multiverse, they're going to embrace it.
Exactly.
Now.
Yeah. Well said. I think that begs to the question, did that unification episode have anything to do with that portal? Do you think that that's what happens when you go through the portal, that you go in that weird universe where you see the other versions of yourself and then you pass through into whichever timeline you're trying to go?
Well, they've stabilized it now, so I figure it's like Stargate.
Yeah, that's true. But still, you have to go through some type of like...
You go through and then you fall asleep halfway through the movie.
There's a big Egyptian guy, and then... But it was truly phenomenal. I love that Sam Witwer, as I talk about unification, was the special guest as Malor. The Klingon was the baddie. We haven't had that in a while, since Generations. I thought that was a very nice niche.
Threatening Klingons too, legitimately threatening in this episode.
Yeah, deceiving, Oh, it was so dope. I absolutely loved it. I thought that was a great return to some classic elements that we love about Star Trek. It reminded me of the Kirk times.
How about the chase scene though?
Oh,
that chase scene was so exciting. Like through that multi-dimensional kind of nebula, whatever they're in. That was, forget animation, forget whether it's live action or not. That was a genuinely well executed, exciting scene.
Yeah.
You know that the people who do those model starships were watching that scene going, oh my God, oh no, oh no, oh no.
You've been freaking out, Jay. So I was thinking both of you with that scene, and they start changing to all the thing. They're like I thought you were in a permanent state of Leo meme. Like,
yeah. Oh my God, that's the show was. I was like, look at the Klingon ship. They went to the Discovery Klingon. I was doing a whole.
What was your favorite one? What was your favorite kind of in that scene? What was the favorite ship that they showed you?
The Terran Empire ship for sure. Yeah, that looked amazing. It was like, oh, that looks like a vicious Cerritos. What about you, Jason Roy Gaston?
I was going to say the same thing. I really liked that one because it was kind of like the Cerritos and the Enterprise E had a baby, and that baby turned evil and stabbed the nurses that delivered it. I really liked that. I dug it. Yeah, I want
Jack's reaction to
I
that,
want
though?
The Cerritos variants as little model ships.
That would be cool.
Master replicas, get on it.
Whoever it is now.
Shaq's reaction to the oh, look at all the weapons we have. Oh, they're all offline. I love that.
That was great. That was great. And how about how jacked the captain was, the new captain, the first officer, when the Klingon went to punch him and he just,
why are you so strong?
So work out all the time. It was like, oh my God. I thought it was
how brilliant. Perfect is his tagline, his like command line, he's so ransom, right?
Yeah.
Engage the core.
Engage the core. Yeah, they really knew how to wrap it up in a really perfect bow. I thought everything went well, and it could continue. As we know, the medium is going to be living in comic books for a bit of a time, and who knows what the future holds. There is a lot of things going on in the world of Star Trek. We have some exciting things that are going to be shared later, but let us talk to our friends briefly in the chat. All right. We are going to say hello to Cosmic Mom. Yes, her iPad is up and running, so she is very happy to be part of the show.
Excellent.
Happy Friday, Letitia. A grand ending to a great show. I totally agree. Our good friend, My Figure Universe. Greetings and salutations to all. Hello, my friend. Like Cisco says, it's getting hot in Australia. Take off. Well, you know the rest. That's a song.
I was about to say that I don't remember Cisco saying that, but I'm like, wrong Cisco.
Yeah, with a Q.
yeah, absolutely.
Lower Decks will continue in my mind. Yes, yes.
You know what? It should continue. I have to throw this out there.
Sure.
It feels like I'm hoping they're just hiding this news, but let's do Starbase 80. I want that show.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I want that show.
I said during that one episode that I believe Starbase 80 is going to be the setting of Tawny Newsom's Star Trek comedy show. And this only makes me believe that even more.
Yeah, the way it's set up. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you know how much I hate it when you're right, but I do think you're right here, Jace.
And there's going to be no butt bugs to kind of.
No, there's going to be butt bugs everywhere, up and everything.
But it's perfect for that, right? Because it's like a new way to, because it's all about multidimensional, but it gives that, it harkens back to Deep Space Nine.
I was just going to say the same thing.
So
yeah, it's a totally new version of it. Yeah, and then you can have all the Deep Space Nine characters coming through because you already have Garrick and Bashir.
Look, if they do the show, Garrick and Bashir have to be permanently on Starbase 80. I want to be a voyeur and watch that relationship. That would be the best relationship ever on television.
I agree. My Figure Universe says, I think the question we all need to ask is, why did Captain Joe send Captain Jason on an away mission?
I don't know, but I look really cool right now. I look like I should be on the cover of a Queen album.
Yeah. Is this the real life?
Oh, you look like
no, we will not let you go. Hit me where the wind blows.
LOL. Super Cerritos. Yes, Super Cerritos. Greetings from the chat. The Sci-Fi Queens. Hello, Anita. I believe you guys had your wrap-up show. Our good buddy Jace was there hanging out, having a good time.
Doing double duty tonight.
Yeah, you're all over the place. That's great. Lower Decks in Starbase 80. Yeah, that would be dope. Starbase 80 would be a great show, and
it would totally,
yeah, Starbase 80 gives off butt bug vibes. Yeah, that place is a mess. It's a hot mess.
Yeah, if we're gonna find butt bugs, it's gonna be there.
Yeah, exactly.
I do love the fact that in the future, in that time period, everyone seems to hate the gel, don't they?
Yeah,
like right at the end,
except Ransom.
Except Ransom. He loves it. He can coat that on all day long. In every nook and cranny, guaranteed.
Yeah.
See, he's not going to have butt bugs. He'd found one by now.
If they tried to enter, he'd just clench him with those tight.
The glutes of death.
Yeah, for sure. We have a little bit of news before we jump into other things. I think it's great to talk about it. I know one of you probably will be less excited, but because I am who I am, I'm going to talk about it. You guys ready?
Let me catch up.
It's true. WWE champion Becky Lynch is going to be in Starfleet Academy. This is amazing.
I don't know who that is. I'm happy for her, and I think she's going to be just great, but I have no idea who she is.
Yeah,
all right. So the WWE used to have a very strong women's division, still does. The former champion is actually from, I think, Adelaide, Australia. Her name is.
There you go. She's a hometown girl. I should be supporting her.
Yeah, that's not this one. Becky Lynch was the person before. She was known as the Man because she really went off on people, got punched in the face, got her nose broken on live TV, was great on the mic. So it only makes, it's logical that she would go and transition into television and movies like so many other WWE wrestlers have. So this is her big fray into it. She is the former WWE Women's Champion. And she just announced on X earlier this week that she is going into the Star Trek Academy show. They have not decided which character she is, but she is going to be part of the bridge crew.
So wait. Sorry, I was reading this article. Can you scroll back up a bit?
Sure.
Can I just read this quote out? Because it's a bit cringy. What did Becky Lynch say about joining Star Trek Starfleet Academy cast? You know, when you've already been champion of the world, there's really only one place to go next, and that's to the stars.
Yeah.
Oh my God, who wrote that? Becky better not be writing in the show.
No, she's not writing in the show.
The cringiest quote I've ever read.
But it's so perfect. It is absolutely perfect. I'm very excited.
Really champion of the world? I mean, you kind of the setup, right? You're not really champion.
Yeah, she's
just been lucky enough that the McMahons went, yeah, you'll be champion next.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing was a woman from Tonga broke her nose on live television. And in a bloody mess, she still actually hit her back, and apparently
Totally not staged.
No. It was an actual mistake. They apologized and they're cool for real, but she really legit broke her nose, and that was her rise to stardom.
No, I shouldn't be so mean. I'm sure if you seriously, if you are in WWE, you're an amazing athlete. Two, you are a performer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you do have to perform. So I'm sure she's got all the right stuff. Yeah. And best of luck to her on the show.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And Rhea Ripley is the former champion that's from Adelaide, Australia. So maybe you've seen her.
Sorry, I'm very
Have you seen her in the streets by any chance? No.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you talking about?
I saw it at the servo and then at the pub. And all it's strange. We go to the same barbecue every week.
Oh, there you go. I knew it. Yeah, same Bobby. All right. So she's going to be the show already got a season 2 green light, so it must be pretty good. We got Robert Ricardo returning.
No, that means they built way too many expensive sets and they want return on investment.
Oh, okay. You can see it that way. So we know Paul Giamatti, Tig Notaro is going to be returning, and Mary Weissman is coming back.
Oh, wait. Did you say that Giamatti's going to be back for season 2?
It doesn't say specifically, but he's
all right, because I thought he was just a season 1 character. I thought he signed for a season.
Well, it says Paul Giamatti and Gina Yashir will also appear in the series as reoccurring guest stars. So they could be in both seasons, but only as guests. So they could be like a Garrett, like characters.
I hope so. Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want him in everything?
Exactly. Fantastic actors, fantastic news. It was nice to talk about wrestling and Star Trek coming together like they always should be, brother. Because when you're a Star Trek fan in the 80s, you loved both. I'm getting overexcited. I think everybody's like turning up.
Yeah. I can't get excited about this because the last time that Star Trek launched a wrestler's acting career, we got the movie Red 1.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have Red 2 with Becky Lynch. You never know.
I could smell what The Rock was cooking, and it stank.
Oh, oh man, yeah. It's going to be quite the amazing end to what we knew as Lower Decks, and we're going to catapult ourselves into Starfleet Academy as going to be one of the main shows on Paramount Plus. And
have they indicated any launch time?
They're saying either the very end of 2025 next year or the beginning of 26. So it's kind of like
they're playing. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be good where they land for sure.
Well, that wouldn't be a bad place to put it because you wouldn't be that far away from the end of season 3 of Strange New Worlds. So
right.
Probably a good place to kind of put it. Because ideally you want a show a season, right? You want Star Trek Strange every. So they got those 2 shows. You want them at least every year, one season each.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. They have a lot of slots to fill, and we do have the buyout. So since the new entities is taking over, who knows? There could be some surprises still left for us. And we do know that the writing has been, solidified on this show, which Tony Newsom has taken a big part in. And there's also the comedy show, which we were just talking about, where hopefully will be Starbase 80. That would be pretty amazing.
I look, it's set up for it, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
you've got a contained environment, which means you only have to build one set of set, like a big set, and yeah, like how much comedy could you draw from that scenario? A lot.
Yeah. You
You know,
Yeah,
your favorite characters, but different multiverse version of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could bring in anybody. You could bring in
Anybody.
Tasha Yar and Judson
Yeah.
and Dax and anybody you wanted to.
Yeah. The possibilities are endless, and it's quite
Yeah.
amazing. And I can't wait. Well, let us then fire at will.
Fire at will.
That laugh every time. Well, we talked about Becky Lynch. We have some other exciting things that are happening in the world of Star Trek. It's not quite newsworthy, but the first sets of the Master Replicas Enterprise G are slowly appearing all over my interwebs.
Really?
Social medias. Yeah. We've lost.
Why does it take them so long to produce that stuff?
Because I think, like with a lot of different productions, the molds are quite expensive. So
That must just take a long ass time.
yeah, and then like those details that they do for those ships are.
But they, and it feels like they don't ever make them till after the show's had its run. I mean, I always thought good marketing would be, hey, what are you doing this season? You got that ship. Let's put that in production while you're making your movie or your TV show, and synergy.
Yeah.
Well, last time they did that, Playmates. Oh my gosh, my lights keep going out. Last time they did that, Playmates made that god awful Enterprise E that was based off of preliminary drawings and didn't look anything like the ship.
Oh,
It had
I
the
didn't know
business
that.
cells
Does that
and it had
exist?
all the weird stuff to it.
Wait,
That exists. Like, did that ever make it to the shelves?
Yes, I actually had one. I don't know what happened to
No
it. I think
way.
I lost it, but man, it was awful. It was an awful looking ship.
Yeah, but it'd be worth so much now.
It is, and I don't know what happened to it.
Oh wow! All right, so I'm going to share this. I'm hoping this is the one. Let's see. You tell me if I pulled the right one or not. Hopefully you can see it. This one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh,
That's
wow.
it. $150 for it. That's quite expensive.
$150.
Yeah. $149.99.
Oh,
And
no.
So clearly, what the hand of black and white drawing. So, well, the ship must be white then.
yeah. The ship's white. The nacelles are pointy and not part of the ship. They like stick out like little lights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
it's
then-
the whiteness of it. They go, wow,
Yeah.
that's so not right for that time, that period in Star Trek. Eh?
Yeah, exactly. And like the way that the pieces that connect to the nacelles to the ship, they are like curved instead of like straight as they are in the actual.
What about the Borg dude in the corner? You know, there's a backstory. That one guy went, Mum, Dad, I finally made it. I booked in for a photo shoot. I'm going to be on a toy. And then
That's the
explain to
toy.
Mum and Dad, well, I'm this guy.
We can't even tell it's you, son.
Yeah. What did they do to you? Get
Yeah,
out of
You're
the
on
house.
the worst Playmates toy ever.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah, they don't judge him for that. Just judge him for that. That is the worst Enterprise I've seen.
Yeah, exactly.
Not welcome
Enterprise sucks.
anymore.
Yeah, but this is not the one that got the guest star in the show that we just watched yesterday. Amazing. So yeah, that does look pretty bad. And My Free Universe says, agreed. I wish the merchandise came out as the shows were on.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Like,
that's how it
no-brainer.
should be. Yeah, you would think. Because I think Star Wars does a good job of getting their merch out sometimes before the
They
show
do.
even comes out,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Right? Yeah, Star Wars.
They had the
expert here.
problem, and Lego actually continued to do this as well, is they had the problem is that you'd get spoilers from the early releases of the toy packaging,
Hmm.
and Lego still do that as well. If they've got the license for an upcoming movie, they will release their toy set images online, and you'll go, oh, okay, so the Red Hulk's in the movie or whatever.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a little bit. They jumped the gun, and the other guys are behind the ball. So we've got.
Star Trek's awful with their stuff.
Yeah.
I have no idea why they don't have a massive catalog of figures, play sets, ships, everything at the level of Star Wars.
Right? I mean, you got the same amount of universe because there's so much
Well,
world
the fan
building.
base is there.
Yeah, and
There's enough millions of people who are obsessed with Star Trek to make it a financially viable option.
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
who knew? But I did get this. It's the same guy.
It's the same dude.
Yeah, it's Lily Stone.
Oh yeah, okay, Lily Stone.
First contact. It's kind of hard to get her proper, but
because of the reflection.
yeah, but yeah, there she is. So.
It's not helping.
Not helping. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing that we got a cameo of her, and I got the toy just in time, so it actually went up in value, so I can actually make my money back, and that's a whole whopping $3.
Yeah, what's interesting though is the uniform she's wearing in that episode last week.
Yeah,
is the NX uniform,
right?
Right.
Yeah.
So clearly, for a while there, Star Trek went, no, we ain't making new uniforms every 3 months.
Yeah.
This is the uniform. Keep this for 80 years. Then we might make a stylistic change.
Yeah.
And then they must have hired some like Hugo Boss kind of dude that's like, no, we must change fashion every ship.
Some fashionista who got involved. Maybe he was Garrick.
Yeah. Yeah, Garrick infiltrated, and like now he's making all the uniforms for Star Trek and making a lot of non-existent money.
Yeah.
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 He doesn't. He's happy now. That's all that matters. Garrick is happy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, you know,
he's
got
and he's happy.
He's got to keep his hologram happy.
Yeah.
So I've got to ask the question, since we're in Fire Will, was there anything that didn't happen that you wanted to happen in this final episode of Lower Decks?
Oh, good question.
I try.
I
honestly, everything. I kind of went in with no expectation, so I really didn't have a wish list of things that I wanted to see happen. What I want to see is a 6th season, and that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, well, that's probably not going to happen.
I will say that for some of the things we did see, that if they weren't in the show, I may have been questioning. That we got a nice little character development for Rutherford.
Yeah, a nice.
I like seeing the fact that Rutherford now is all organic.
Yeah,
which is great.
That brings up a great point. Like he removed that, he just ripped it off. I thought he would hurt himself doing that, but it was just.
He knew what he was doing. The fact that Boimler, just out of pure, he had to, but I think it was rather significant the moment he smashed the pad into.
Right.
Was him letting go of that obsession and him just being in the moment and being Boimler.
Right.
Right. Mariner, Mariner's awesome now. Mariner's fun.
Yeah.
She's the fun Mariner that I really love. She's got a good balance. Also, what was awesome is they made Boimler and Mariner like co-first officers.
Yeah, that was an interesting.
And they both fight it, which is great.
Yeah.
Because they're worried about their friendship.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah. We competed with each other. We might not maintain our massive friendship, but
there were just so many nice moments. The girls, where they go, science besties.
Yeah, there was like an anime.
Anime and Star Trek was something I never knew I always wanted until that very moment.
Right. Right. And it worked so well.
It was. No, there's just so much to love about this episode. Yeah.
And Shax and Tiana.
Yeah.
They were going to go on the holodeck and get some freaky stuff going.
I want to know what that word was after he said Long John. And then they beat
the word. Long John.
I want to know what that word was.
Oh, okay.
You'll talk to me later, Jace. Maybe put it in the chat.
When there are children not listening, I'll let you know what he was referring to.
Everything was. I think what happens is we've been served 2 amazing meals by them. Like we've walked away almost in food coma. It's been so good. So it's really hard to think about what we didn't get when we were given so much.
Yeah. We've got great cameos all throughout the season. We had so many great stories come together. It was really a perfect way to end a series. And they weren't expecting
cameos, and not one of them was forced. Not one of them
didn't.
Not one of them felt out of place. Everything was spot on.
I am kind of surprised that they did not have a cameo from Patrick Stewart or anybody on the Enterprise, but on the other hand,
Data was there.
Yeah, but I mean, in this final episode, since the Enterprise was literally there. But on the other hand, that was kind of cool that they didn't. I thought that it was like, you know what, this is our last episode. We don't need anybody showing up for viewers. We're just going to have this great moment at the end, and I liked that. I thought that was really neat. It would have been kind of funny for Riker and Troy to walk on board, and then somebody just kind of goes, no, bye.
Really
get off away from here.
That would have been classic. That would have been so classic. Of course, I did plug this. I forgot to put it up. Science besties. This anime moment was amazing. I loved it. I loved it so much. So with that, that wraps up this amazing episode of Lower Decks, our final episode of Lower Decks, and we have some sad but so also exciting news for our buddy VHS Jace. I think you already made your
they're more excited they're excited about it.
No. Sad because we love having you here, but we're excited for your new venture. Did you bring the clip? You can check out the clip on his new.
No. Oh, look, I should have. I probably could upload something. It's a show called Talking Tubi, where I'm going to be paying homage to the greatest freaking streaming service on the planet. And that's Tubi. You know what Tubi means to me? It's like those bargain bins in Walmart. You know, those old DVD bargain bins. Yeah, that was full of trash, but you never know if there was a hidden gem. I'm going to be discovering all those hidden gems and recommending them to the good people out there in the only way I know how, and that's to be offensive.
We can't wait.
So please, if you could subscribe to the channel for me. I've got 3 subscribers at the moment. I'd like a few more if possible. So if you could go and subscribe to the channel. First episode will be up January 1st. I've actually filmed it already. I think it's going to be fun. I think people will enjoy it. And hopefully see you there. But I'm not completely gone. I'll come back occasionally.
Yes, because
I'll come back and especially when Section 31 turns out to be crap. I can't wait to come.
I really hope it's good. Come on, man. We should have a bet. Do you want to have an on-air bet? I'll give you. What's the Australian for? Do you guys have a lottery?
A what?
A lottery, like So I'll buy you a lottery Australian, and you.
What's a lottery? These bloody Yanks and these fandangle ideas.
I'll get you a lottery ticket in Australia, and I'll get you a New York one. And then
who's going to be the deciding factor? Both you guys are pre-programmed to be more generous to the film.
Me?
We need, I would say, the Rotten Tomatoes aggregate to judge.
Yeah.
If it's fresh, yep. If it's rotten, yeah.
Okay.
Look, I want it to be great. Of course, I want it to be great.
Yeah.
I'm only being a douchebag. That's what
No. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. We got some extra comments. The character development of Rutherford ensured that the actor would not have to wear that prosthetic in any live action iteration. Ooh. Very well.
Sounds like a negotiating tactic.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'll sign your new contract. But I ain't wearing that shit.
We also got a request. Weren't we promised a double edition to Star Trek Fight Club?
We were promised that.
Yeah.
So I think you were going to close off the show. See, Joe?
No. I can keep going. That's fine with me. Before
let me bring up my notes. We did promise that. I have been pre-prepared for a while for this. So let's do it.
Yeah. All right. I'll run the
and then he deleted himself.
That's awesome. Well, while he's gone, I just want to say I'm glad you're leaving and I never liked you.
Hey, man.
Yeah, good luck with all that, all right? Okay. Good luck with all that.
I was in charge for a second.
I hit the Star Trek Fight Club. Yes, on the grand finale of the
final Star Trek Fight Club. All right.
Yes.
Here we go.
Go for it.
The first one being, well, we decided to go a bit gooey with this one. So it is, get yourself ready for the Savage Slime Fest. It's Changelings versus the Breen.
Ooh.
Who wins, guys?
A gooey battle to the death. That is a good one because it's like the Breen are gooey, but they're in like a stasis, whereas the Changelings can be gooey and not have to be in a stasis. So I would assume that the Changelings, who have more experience in being in that state and their ability of kind of overcoming the suit, would kind of give them the edge. So that's where I'm going to go with that one. Jason,
what do you think?
Changelings. There's no question.
Oh,
Why?
I'm shocked. This is like Wesley versus Worf. Who would win? Duh.
Wesley, because he's like super powered, or Doctor Who.
Well, I mean, like season 1 Wesley versus Worf.
Oh, that Wesley.
That's the equivalent of this. Only if you like hobbled Wesley's ankle before you sent him into the ring. That's what Changelings versus the Breen would be. The Changelings would massacre them.
Interesting.
You couldn't have a running head-on-head, would you? Because it'd end up being, you got peanut butter in my chocolate. You got chocolate in my... They'd just merge together, wouldn't they?
Yeah, exactly. Right?
It'd be gross, but I want to...
It would be super gross, but it would be fun to watch.
Yep. It wouldn't be the Great Link, it'd be the Great Lump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right, well, I don't
have
have Agamus on screen because, frankly, I forgot. But I do have the notes. I was smart enough to write the notes. So this is what Agamus said to me earlier. In a direct confrontation, the outcome would depend on the circumstances, which is a fair point. If the Changeling could use their shape-shifting abilities to deceive or ambush the Breen, they might gain the upper hand. However, if the Breen were prepared and utilized with their superior technology and weaponry, effectively, they would just slaughter them. No. Effectively, they would overpower the Changeling. Ultimately, the winner would likely depend on the context of canon. Agamus, this is just a big freaking cop-out by you. You're not committing.
No. No, it's the Changeling. That's it. Period. End of discussion.
Breen slaughters them.
Oh, you think the Breen would win?
They got all the tech, and they're fighting people.
That's
they're angry people.
Yeah.
They're warriors.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Because the Changeling use deception and cunning to overwhelm their enemies, whereas the Breen just straight up shoot you. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let's get on the next one. We are going for a double billing here. And I don't think there's a bigger matchup than this matchup here, guys.
I agree.
And that is, here we go, Captain's Carnage with Captain Pike, Strange New Worlds Captain Pike versus TOS Captain Kirk.
Ooh.
Specifically TOS Captain Kirk.
That's such a great
this pre or post beep beep chair?
This is pre, obviously.
This is pre. Yeah, this is pre beep beep chair.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I watch enough of those robot attack shows. Don't count him out in the chair.
Yeah, that's true.
Saw blade that comes out.
Or he has a laser in the chair that we didn't know about.
Exterminate.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, the base of the chair did kind of have a Dalek look to it, so that is kind of fitting.
So these two guys are in the octagon.
Oh, wow. Or at
exactly. Joe Rogan's commenting on it.
Wow.
What's happening? Who wins this fight?
That's a great battle. I think we're gonna have to give it to Kirk Fu. I think that his cunning is maybe a little bit a step ahead of Captain Pike. I think Pike is more charming than Kirk, especially the Anson Mount Pike,
and a better singer.
Oh, hurrah, the Klingons! But I think that basically is what would kind of it coming down to is Kirk is going to be
Kirk Fu.
Yeah, it's going to be William Shatner, young Shatner. Yeah, it's got to be he beat.
All right, you Jace, what do you think?
Wow, this is a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Yeah,
because honestly, have we really seen Pike fight that much?
No.
So just based on what we've seen, I think that it would have to go to Kirk. Now, Pike could surprise us later, and like be a good fighter, but they've never really indicated it. Now, if Kirk had to fight M'Benga, sorry, I'm going to give it to M'Benga.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kirk versus Pike, I got to give it to Jim. I just don't think that I don't think we've been given enough evidence that Pike is a fighter. He's more of a lover than a fighter, and I think
I
that fits
agree
his
with that.
personality.
And I also think Pike would stick to rules about fighting. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Mhm.
Kirk wouldn't be afraid to bite him on the balls. Like he'd be a dirty fighter.
Yeah.
He would be. I
You hit
mean,
him with a
remember,
kidney.
Kirk Fu means him just in midair kicking people with both feet in the chest. We've seen
Right.
him do that. He
Yeah,
don't care. Like,
exactly.
There's no class to him.
Nope. It's pure savagery.
All right, Agamus basically says, yeah, Kirk.
There it is.
There's a
And
long
you know what?
paragraph in it. It's just easy to say. Yeah,
And that's what my freaking
Kirk.
says was. Yeah, Kirk for sure. Especially the William
But
Shatner.
tactically, though, if it was a fight and they were both, two enterprises, same enterprise, and that, I would back Pike.
Oh,
I
that's
get the
interesting.
feeling Pike would be a better strategist in a battle
Mm,
than Kirk. Kirk
wow.
seems just far more too emotional.
Yeah,
Kirk, anyway.
yeah, that's a good point. But then
Holy
again,
shit,
Kirk.
Spock, we're about to die. Like,
But
Pike won't do that.
no, but Kirk doesn't believe in no win scenarios, so he pull it out.
Because
of
he
the left.
cheats. He's a
cheater.
cheater. He
Cheater.
doesn't have morals and ethics.
No,
We love Kirk, but he ain't the best dude.
no, he's not. For sure.
That's
He's
why
not.
we love
Not
him.
exactly father of the year either.
Yeah, no, but he's got more than one kid out in the universe. Got a bunch of little, and some species maybe have multiple children, so maybe he's got a colony.
Hell, he even burns eggs, guys. We saw
Oh
that.
yeah, crazy.
Doesn't know how to cook eggs. How can you trust him?
Well, that is going to be the end of our series on Lower Decks, and we are going to have a lot of fun next year. There's going to be a lot of wonderful things coming. It's going to be dope. It's going to be some surprises. We're going to leave it at that. So be sure you stay and hang out. And if you're listening this long, we really appreciate it. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're on Spotify, we could really appreciate a rating, 5, if you please, 5, because it does so much for us and it's absolutely free. So if you do those things, we'd appreciate it. This is the Captain's Quadrant. I'm Joe Dove. This was VHS Jace and Jason Roy Gaston. And he's lighting up for Christmas. There we go. And I like how you have a New York shirt on. That's dope. Did you get that in New York when you were
He's
here?
literally driving one of those party buses. Isn't he?
Yes.
He's got a bunch of 22-year-olds in the back getting smashed.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. I look back. Jace, did you get that shirt while you were in New York by any chance?
It doesn't even say New York. What the heck? It says
Jace,
Mary Stitchmas.
VHS Jace. Very VHS Jace. Yeah, it sure says
no.
no. Oh, that'd have been amazing. All right. Oh well, missed opportunities. Oh, missed opportunities.
Let's bail out while he's not watching.
Jace next year, buddy. Good luck. All right.
I have a feeling we're going to need it. I'm going
back.
to be on the show. I'm going to be on the show solo with him doing this garbage.
Yeah, you're screwed, dude. You're totally screwed.
I know.
Sorry.
All right. Well,
Sorry.
have a good night, everybody. I came back to say goodbye because it's that important. I hit back one too many. I gotta get a mouse. I don't think it
One
is.
last disrespectful
Been fun,
Vulcan
guys.
salute.
It's been fun.
Take care,
Enjoy
man.
the-
We appreciate everything.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.